weekly affair. Unlike the weekly affair you guys are having.
Our wives have no idea.
Stole the words right out of my mouth. This is Edge. Alright, take it easy. This is Romic, this is Edge. Here we go. NFL guys, we had some sick games this weekend.
Sick is right.
I want to just jump.
Sick, but like in a derogatory
way. I'm throwing up type of sick.
Yeah.
Like I got the runs.
Like I'm gonna say a name right now and you're gonna throw up. Norv Turner, San Diego Chargers. They go down to Jacksonville. They play the Jaguars. They lose 17-24.
Is it safe to say this may be the worst takeover, worst performance in the history of the NFL?
Somewhere, Marty Schottenheimer's laying out on a beach, drinking a Mai Tai,
doing this
with his little buddy Jose.
All I know is Norv Turner is a number 2 guy. He's an offensive coordinator. That's the best he'll ever be. And I think the Jaguars might be the second best team in AFC.
Well, why don't we rewind maybe?
No, right now.
6 weeks ago when I said watch out for Jacksonville.
Do you agree? Second best team in the AFC?
No, I don't agree with you.
I say third.
You're gonna say the Colts, Eddie, right?
No, I didn't say I'm gonna say the Colts.
Okay, well then let's talk about
I just don't want to agree with you.
The Colts at home against the Chiefs. Edge, me and you thought the Colts.
Speaking of edge, they edged this one out.
They edged this one out.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
Well, you said they were.
No thanks to me.
And I was right.
And you know what? They only won by 3. Adam Vinatieri starting to miss some field goals. He's human.
He's not as clutch as we thought. And the Colts are having a letdown.
Yeah, definitely. I'm worried. I'm worried. The good guys.
Yeah, they're not. Which goes to show you a good team throughout the course of an NFL season. You know, it's hard to maintain that like A game, but
having a lot of injuries too, though.
Yeah, definitely. Guys, let's move on. Another disappointing performance by the New Orleans Saints, going to the trashy.
What is up with the Saints?
And losing. Not only did they lose.
Speaking of sick,
they got to lose 4 in a row now, though. So this is 2 in a row they've lost.
Well, they have a chance to turn it around.
So they're very consistent.
Very consistent. They're probably the most consistent team in the NFL.
If they lose 2 more games.
Yeah.
Because it'll be 4, 4, and 4.
Reggie Bush, 15.
4.
Reggie Bush.
He's at an all-time
15 carries for 34 yards. Guys, what is that? 2 yards? 2 yards? Is this like a...
I think we're in a competition with Leno White.
You guys are fucking great.
Let's talk about Cleveland. Guys, these guys are for real. Cleveland Browns going to the Baltimore Ravens. They gave up a big lead, but they pulled it out, winning in overtime 33-30.
These are the Ravens.
They scored 30 points.
It doesn't matter. I mean, even when they scored 30 points, they suck, the Ravens.
Yeah, you took the Ravens, by the way.
Damn me.
That's right. Let's talk about the New York Giants at Detroit. Just when we thought Detroit was going to pull it out, they're back, they're this, they're hyped, they're great. The Giants, of all teams, win 16-10.
The Giants are a legitimate team.
They're not
boring
legitimate.
game.
No, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying Giant stock right now.
I'm saying they're an A- team in the NFC right now, behind like the A's of the Green Bay's and the Dallas.
That's a pretty high ranking, though.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm thinking more B+.
No,
B.
What if they do a little extra credit towards the end of the year?
They're more
like
like a
doing
B.
homework.
Yeah.
Like doing an extra report on like certain events.
I think they're
still B.
They're still people.
They're like a B in PE class. That's what they are right now. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about Edge. You're going to be happy right now. You're going to be happy. The Pittsburgh Steelers fall to the Jets.
I'm not happy. I'm not a hater on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You've been hating on Big Ben.
I'm not hating on him. I'm just saying.
Have
I been right? He's been good for 2 weeks out of the year, and you guys are telling me I'm wrong. I think that would solidify my stance on this, that Ben Roethlisberger is weak. He had a couple of good weeks, and that's it.
He's not great.
You don't want
brain damage Roethlisberger. That's his new nickname.
Yeah, I mean, if you had your choice, you definitely want like an A-level quarterback out there. But he doesn't really hurt them or really help them that much. He
manages.
Yeah, he's a clock manager.
Let's talk about big game. And
James Worthy.
Yeah, big game James and big D.
Did he pick up another prostitute?
He did. Judge Murray, we were rolling with him down Sunset. Let's talk about Dallas.
What was his name?
Greg.
Magic. Dallas Cowboys hosting the Washington Redskins. They squeaked this one out.
I got a trivia question for you guys. Quick, and you got 2 seconds to answer it.
T.O.
What's
Tony
your
Romo.
No. Question was, who would you rather take, Randy Moss or T.O. on your team?
Randy
Moss.
Quick. Real T.O. 4 touchdowns in the entire game. Randy
Moss. Who's throwing to him, though?
Who's throwing? Wait,
hold on. I'm starting the team and I need receiver.
Is Dallas the best team in the NFC? Easy.
Damn it.
Easy. Is Dallas the best team in the NFC?
By far.
Definitely. By far from Green Bay? You're forgetting about
Not
Green
that
Bay.
I agree, because I think that...
You alright there, buddy?
Easy.
Relax.
It's
It's
water.
not water. Georgetown. It's not water. It's coffee.
Tea. It's tea.
It's tea stains. Tea stains. Anyway, let's talk about...
Explain to our fans how you get a tea
You're
stain out.
even favored by 15.5. Going to Buffalo. Lay it.
Weaken this one out.
Lay it.
The
Dirty ass whooping.
Here's another question.
Real
Here's
dirty
another
dirty.
question for you guys. They're up like 35 something and they're still throwing the ball with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter.
4th and 1.
Agree or disagree with the moves?
At this point, it's like...
Agree or disagree with the moves?
They're angry. You've been calling them liars.
They're
and
not
cheaters.
angry.
You're
Listen.
outcast Randy
You know
Moss
what
last
this-
year. We're gonna come and we're gonna punish you.
You know what it
And
is?
we're gonna keep on doing it every
Here's the
Stick
deal.
with the theme.
Don't tell me that they're running up the score when there's 8 minutes left to go in the third quarter. They gotta play. Doesn't matter that they're
How
up
about, when they
35
go,
goals.
how about when they go for it on 4th and 1 on the 3?
So what?
I don't care.
As
I'm down.
opposed to kicking
Yeah,
a field
baby,
goal, it's like
I'm down.
rubbing it in. You're already up by a bunch of
You
points.
gotta score.
If they kept Brady in the game and all the, their starters in the game in the fourth quarter, I'd have a problem with
Yeah.
that. But so far, you know what? They're playing the game, and if you can't stop them, tough shit.
All I know
And the
is
AFC East is quite possibly the most heinous
all I know
division.
is they saw Terrell Owens get 4 touchdowns in the whole game, so they gave Randy Moss 4 touchdowns in the first half. Eat that, Terrell
I like it.
Owens. That's why I'm taking Randy Moss.
I got a question for you guys.
Randy Moss.
Go ahead, ask me.
If you're starting a team, which
Chad
receiver
Johnson.
would you start it with?
Come on, man. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Randy Moss, baby.
Didn't I just ask that question?
No, I wasn't.
Is this guy a moron?
I don't listen. I spew out.
The funny thing
He
is that
definitely spews
like
something.
he was serious, like he was
Guys,
seriously answering.
let's talk about a couple bum games that happened this week. Let's talk about the Raiders going to Minnesota. Looks like anyone Minnesota plugs in, running back position gets 200 total yards. This time it was Chester Taylor with 3 touchdowns. Should they sit AP out for Adrian Peters for the rest of the season?
Yes, I said it last week. I'm saying it again.
Edge.
Don't ruin the kid's
Definitely.
career.
Don't ruin the guy's career. I mean, he shook.
What if he's
I
ready
give
to
him
come
Rookie
back?
of the Year
What
anyway.
if
He
he's
doesn't have
ready
to
to
play
come
another
back?
game as far as I'm concerned.
Really?
You know what? Spot situations. You know what I mean? Put him in there, maybe give him 4 or 5 carries. Let him just
Is that worth it for a fight?
why not?
I'm AP. I'm just having the surgery, even though I don't need it. I'm just solidifying it. What do you
Speaking of
think?
surgery,
If you don't need it,
Like it's kind of sprained, but I'm like, hey, it's probably gonna tear later on.
like get that cadaver, add a couple extra
Yeah,
muscles.
exactly.
That's what it is. You're gonna make a bionic. Well, that's all we got. I mean, the other games were St. Louis, Rams.
Didn't Miami play the Jets this week?
Miami did play the Jets.
No, they didn't.
And they did not play the Jets. They played the Eagles. Best thing that can happen to the Eagles is Donovan McNabb getting injured. Thank God. That guy's a loser.
That's a pretty.
He's not the leader.
Pretty mean thing to
Yeah.
say when somebody gets injured. You say thank God.
This is the kind of guy that will cheer when like people get like paralyzed on the football
Like he's
field.
cheering when they're
fans,
He's cheering when they're on the ground, and then when they get up and everybody else cheers, he sits down and boos.
All I know is he throws his team on the bus every week when they're looking who to blame.
Does he throw him on the bus or under the bus?
Did they say on the bus?
You did.
He throws them
You're
at
thinking
the
of
bus.
on
It
the
depends. If that bus is headed somewhere bad like Iraq, they'll throw him on the bus. But if it's going to a good place, they'll throw him on the bus.
All I know is
We
we're
have
going
any
to a
napkins?
bad place because this guy's spitting all over me. Onthebuzzer.com.
We have any napkins?
This is The Edge. This is Romic. We'll see you next week.